Hello, my name is Enzo420, and today I'm doing a review for episode 15 of Marvel Spider-Man. Let's begin. In the episode, we begin with Spider-Man heading to just swing around until a jewelry store gets robbed by Absorption Man. I'm going to call him that because his power is absorbing things. That's it. And growing in size as well. Forgot to mention that. For growing in size as well. Anyways, he goes out and actually fights Absorption Man. Spider-Man fights Absorption Man, but Absorption Man actually gets away, but then is captured by Spider-Man again. But then Screwball gets out of nowhere, because in this episode it's called Screwball Live, and Liz Allen Screwball. So lols. Anyways, Screwball actually takes because when Peter is fighting Absorption Man, there's actually like those like little ribbon things that you do that happen when something's new. They cut the ribbon and open it when say, "Oh, it's open! It's open!" Yeah, like that. That's happening. But then Screwball takes the flag and leads it out, and like takes a run away with her Marty McFly skateboard. What she doesn't know is that Spider-Man's there, and Spider-Man actually tries and actually stop her. But then Screwball accidentally makes him go into like a little trick or prank where he gets sludge over him, I think it was, and then it's recorded, and she's sorry because this meant for the business people, but then with this, she actually gets 1 billion views because Spider-Man's in it, and it's shown because when Harry and Peter actually at the cafe and Liz Allen's there, Harry shows that if anything with Spider-Man in her videos, it gets billions of views other than the other ones. This gives Liz Allen the idea that as long as she has Spider-Man as long as she has Spider-Man in her videos, she'll get billions of views. So she tries to get Spider-Man again by making a new segment called Spidey segment, I guess, or Hunting for Spider-Man. I don't know what it was, but she tries to get Spider-Man to actually do more pranks. But Absorption Man actually comes back to Hammerhead because Hammerhead's in this episode. And when he goes back to Hammerhead, Hammerhead's kind of furious because he dropped when Absorption Man was trying to get away, he dropped a USB that Spider-Man collected, and it's actually something that actually revolves around Hammerhead and a bunch of his selling of the gangsters. So now that's in Spider-Man's hands, and Absorption Man's trouble, and Hammerman's pissed. So we continue off with after that Screwball actually is planning to actually strike again. This time because there's a blogger's dad is actually giving a press conference outside for people to see, and this gives Screwball the idea to actually prank the conference and streak it. But then doing so, Spider-Man comes out of nowhere, and she tries to get him to prank. She tries to prank him, which she does, and that gives her a bunch of views. And then circumstances actually gives her downfall because when she's actually posting a bunch of photos about Spider-Man onto her blog or onto her website for views, she grabs the attention of Absorption Man, and Hammerhead actually sees this, and he thinks that if he was to actually get Screwball, he can get Spider-Man. So what he does is that he gets Absorption Man to actually go and get Screwball in Midtown High, because they see a photo where underneath her skateboard there's actually like a sticker of Midtown High. So Absorption Man goes to Midtown High to actually get her, but meanwhile Peter's actually trying to decipher the USB that he collected from Absorption Man that was in the bag that he dropped. So Peter's trying to open that, but he can't open it until Gwen Stacy comes around and actually tries and helps and opens it, and it's revealed that's a bunch of files with Hammerhead involved. And meanwhile as well, Absorption Man gets to Midtown High and actually streaks a dodgeball game, and the dodgeball game gets canceled, or it doesn't get canceled, it gets streaked, and Absorption Man calls out to Screwball, but then Screwball says that she can't do it alone, so she does a video about trying to get Spider-Man at Midtown High, but what she does is that she accidentally doesn't, she only says get to Midtown High right now, she needs his help. She didn't specify on that a threat was here, so Peter thought, because meanwhile Gwen and Peter actually seen the video, and Peter thinks it's just a trick to get him to get pranked again. But Peter actually subdues and actually goes to Midtown High, and he actually fights Absorption Man during the time. But then Absorption Man actually takes Liz Allen and the blog guy to a construction site for kidnapping for ransom, I guess. Well, Peter actually goes and gets to the construction site, but actually calls the authorities about the file with the USB, and he gives the file to Hammerhead because Hammerhead's there in the secret, so he gives him the file, which is the USB, and they give him the kids, but then the gangsters give the Spider-Man, Liz Allen, which is Screwball, and the blog guy. So they do that. He gets him back, but in doing so, he actually has to fight 4 people. He has to fight 2 of Hammerhead's henchmen, which actually get wrecked on, and Absorption Man, and finally Hammerhead. So Peter's trying to fight Absorption Man, which he does beat actually with because he's trying to see what he notices is that when Absorption Man absorbs a metal or any kind of object, it has a weakness, and then he sees water, and he sees that he absorbed a object that has a weakness to water. So he uses that and uses it against Absorption Man, which makes Absorption Man actually get infected or something. I don't know what happens. He disintegrates. All I know is that he decomposes, and he actually vanishes up into thin air. And it's shown that that won't be the last of him, so we might see Absorption Man once again and sometimes in the series. But then Hammerhead still need to be dealt with. But Screwball already has that because last time she actually hacked into I don't know if she hacked into it or just used like a remote control thing, but she hacked into the robot that Hammerhead's using, and makes him stop, and then that gives enough time for Peter to actually get Hammerhead out of there and trap him in like some cement that's actually like trying to dry off. And then the authorities come around. Screwball sees her mistake, and she says that she poses it also on her website, and she says that this will be her last video. And at the end of the episode, we see that Peter and Harry are at the cafe, and Peter tries to tell Harry that Spider-Man's a good guy, but Harry says you can't believe everything on the internet, and Peter's kind of like, whatever, and the episode ends. So yeah, that's the end of the episode. So my final thoughts, I'd give it a 7.5 out of 10 or an 8.0 out of 10, so yeah, that's what I'd give it. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Please give it a like if you enjoyed, and please comment down below on what you thought of the episode. I would like to know what your thoughts are about the episode. And also, please subscribe and help me get to 50 subscribers, because I'm like really close. I'm like 2 subscribers away. So yeah, hopefully you guys liked this video and enjoyed, and see you guys later. Bye bye.